Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday, everyone.
So first off, I want to say thank you for everyone who has shared my videos, and who's become new subscribers. And I've been noticing kind of this rise in my subscribers, and I haven't had the time to say thank you to everyone who is subscribing. I hope you enjoy the videos that I make. I am just having fun. I am just having fun.
Ultimately, the person who I make these videos for is myself. But then to be able to share it with everyone else is pretty exciting.
And to get the reception that I've been getting,
so beautiful, and I really appreciate it.
And if you haven't seen my video last week, why don't you check it out?
It's different. It's fun,
but that's the thing.
It's like
I
get to do whatever I want, and I get to share it with some people I never would have met any other way.
Thank you for watching,
and thank you for subscribing.
And keep it going, and like the videos, and like the videos. If you like it, make sure you like thumbs up.
Was it thumbs up? Thumbs up.
So do that. Mudras, thumbs up. So okay, today I just want to talk about something, and I want to talk about relationships. And the reason why is because there's been this theme that I've been noticing in my life, and that is there have been a lot of women who are right now in abusive relationships, or they're leaving abusive relationships. And I felt like, you know what? I want to talk about this. I want to help them get out of these relationships. But something told me, don't focus on that. Why don't you focus on relationships and the beauty of them, and the beauty of expressing your femininity versus it being locked down? Well, one thing I've always noticed is that in a bad relationship, where a woman isn't in her power, if she's in that relationship for too long, she begins to age. And it's like she just kind of shrivels up a little bit. And I've seen this in young relationships. Like, you can just see them become a shadow of themselves. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And this can happen to men sometimes, but I've noticed it more in women. So that's where I'm speaking from. And it's always the same thing. She's not in her power. She's not in her beauty. So one of the relationships that have always inspired me to actually, when I was first learning about feminine energy and really getting into it, and I made that video, Feminine Energy, I'll Open My Legs. It's like the most popular video on my channel. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But it's a video all about what feminine energy is and how it works. But there's so much more to do because there's a mystery about it. And when you're in a relationship, it has a great opportunity to unfold even more. And the way that happens is when that woman is in a free relationship where she is free to be. And there's that movement that she can have. Okay, so one of the most inspiring people that really started when I first started researching this, and then bam, I saw this documentary, and it was about Jeffrey Holder, and his birthday was just August 1st on Saturday, and his wife is Carmen de la Villade. Now pay attention to that. I didn't say Carmen Holder, I said Carmen de la Villade. And there's something beautiful in that. They have a child together, they've had a full life together. They had a very long marriage, and he passed last year. The thing about it was this: he really was all about her freedom. He was so committed to her freedom. And so there's this part of the documentary, I think it's towards the end, where someone asked him about, like, how do you deal with women? And he was like, you don't deal with women. A woman is, you just have to. That's really kind of what he said. And there were words I missed him because I could feel what he meant. You can't constrict a woman. You have to be committed to seeing her magic unfold. And this is what a lot of people don't know. And that's because many men hate their mothers. And when you hate your mother, you start to try to punish the women that come into your life. And then if you've had a bad relationship with one woman, then you again start to punish the women that come in your life. And women do this too, with bad relationships with their fathers and so on and so forth. Both of these things happen, but the way that we can start to have healthy relationships is starting to understand that when a man is in his power is when he has committed to seeing that woman free. Plain and simple. He is in his power when he's committed to seeing her free. And when she is in her fullness of femininity. Now, I don't know how it works for gay relationships, but I have a feeling it may not be that different. But why don't you guys tell me, if there's anybody out there who's gay, let me know. Like, tell me, what is it like for you? What have you seen? You know, because I know it's kind of a different arena, but we're still talking about feminine and masculine energy. So I feel like there has to be some connection. I just don't know personally. But that's what it's about. And I'm telling women this, those who might watch this, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a man committed to your freedom. Now, this has nothing to do with who does what or anything like that. We're not talking about gender roles. We're talking about, is he committed to your freedom? So then another thing happened, and that was this weekend. I was listening to a radio show, and the speaker was a guy named Brother Panic. Now, Brother Panic, he can come across as being kind of a harsh, kind of callous kind of man. That's how he can come across. But when he speaks about his wife, Khadijah, his voice changes. Everything changes. All of a sudden, you start to kind of understand why this man is even here. Meaning why he is even able to give the information that he's giving in the way that he's doing it. You start to just get it. You know, you start to feel his purpose in many ways because of the way he speaks about her. It's so beautiful. And one of the things that he said in this radio show was that when they got together, he knew he would have to remove all the stress from her life. Any stress, it was his job. And he says he does everything he needs to do. If he needs to do dishes, if he needs to do anything, he does it all. Okay? And this is the funny part, because if you listen to him speak in any other realm, I think he would be associated with kind of being macho and all that kind of stuff. But one thing I understand is that that's because he can do that. It doesn't matter. We're talking about his relationship with her. He understands that if you're going to see that beauty and that femininity, and that divine energy, that mystery, all things beautiful come forth, you need to make sure it's free. And that's what he's doing. And so I heard it again. I'm like, yes, people, pay attention, yes. So then I heard that again. So then someone made a comment on my feminine energy video that I just spoke about earlier. And he said, once again, he says, when a woman is open to me in that way, meaning she's willing to step into her feminine and experience that, then he feels that he feels more powerful and that he can step into his. And I was like, woo. Now, I just want you to know, this video's been around for 2 years, and men have never been able to say that. I've had men try to argue with me, or what about reciprocity, and and they just go on and on and on, and then all of a sudden, bam, it came through. So that's how I know I had to make this video today, because it's clear, you know, the power of the energy is there. So I'm saying this to people who are wanting to pursue a relationship, they're in a relationship, or you're seeing people in relationships that aren't healthy, and you're wondering why you don't feel drawn to even start the whole situation. It's because there's an instinctiveness in you that knows that if you are to be in a relationship, there has to be a commitment to that freedom of femininity that has to be uplifted, and it has to flow. Okay? So I don't want to tell you how to get out of a relationship in this video, but if you do want some help, just email me at kikiscenes@gmail.com, because I have no problem helping you get out of a bad relationship. Especially if it's an abusive one, because there's just no reason to ever be in an abusive relationship, ever. There's no point. There's no amount of love. There's no point. But if you paid attention to what I've shared, is that there are men and there are women who are out there committed to being their full selves. Because what I've described to you are people being their full selves. Jeffrey Holder's work was prolific and beautiful His creativity is so amazing. I feel like that has a lot to do with the way he loved his wife. She's still dancing. She's in her 80s and she's still dancing and moving and performing. That is a testament to love, if you ask me. There's no other reason that those two could be so amazing if they didn't love each other. So if you ever need to look at an example of what it really looks like, look there. I think that you can start to see the beauty of love and connection. That's all I have to share with you. That if you want a healthy relationship, that's how it happens. And if you want, and men, if you want a dried up looking woman, then start to talk about all the things you think she's supposed to do. Because your goal really should be to discover what femininity is. And as you are creating that freedom, that should be the thing that you're most excited about, that mystery unfolding. And women, you should be so excited about all the things that come forth in you in that process. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, new subscribers. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week with something else. All right. Bye.